Well, thanks for joining us, Malcolm. Today I want to ask you a couple questions about the renovation we kind of just had finished up for you, and your view of the whole experience. So starting off with the experience of the company Nailed It Developments ourselves, what made you decide to remodel your bathroom, and then how did you find us?
Well, we thought the bathrooms were somewhat old and tired, and we thought they needed refreshing. We had some difficulty initially finding a contractor, but then we talked to 2 local realtors and got a recommendation for Nailed It.
What was a pain point for the bathrooms? Like, what didn't you really like? Why did you want to remodel them?
I think the tiling was old and tired. We didn't like the combined bath and shower, so we wanted a more modern look.
Nice, all right. What was your first impression when you talked to me on the phone? Be real.
I think we were not impressed, but felt confident that we could talk to somebody who understood what we wanted to do.
Nice, okay. And then when I came for that first initial consult to look at the bathroom and to sit down with you and Joan, how did you guys feel then?
I think we felt comfortable. That was the main reason. Comfortable and confident. We talked about the project, and you, of course, gave us some ideas and embroidered on what we wanted to do. And we felt quite happy with what we'd experienced.
A little different than what was in the questions, but when it came to that other visit that I came back with the actual numbers and the proposal, I had sent it to you, but I came and sat down with you guys to go over it. Is that something that you appreciated?
Well, very much so. I mean, it's okay to receive an email, but it's much more fulfilling to be able to discuss what the project is and feel more confident that we both understand what's going on and what's needed.
Nice, okay. So how did you feel that Nailed It helped to guide you through that, after we kind of got the numbers down, the next part of the design process? I know we kind of had a designer somewhat involved, but how did you find us working on that part?
I think we felt comfortable that that you and your team knew what you were doing. You made some suggestions. Some of them we liked, some of them we passed over, but on the whole, I think we felt confident going forward that we were going to get the sort of job that we wanted.
Nice. Can you tell us a bit about the vision maybe you had for your bathroom and how our team kind of helped bring that vision to life?
Well, we obviously wanted a more modern look, and I think having spent time with you and the designer, we came up with alternatives and, in some respects, better solutions to the issues that we were looking at.
Nice. What was the remodeling process like? Like, was it smooth, stress-free? Was it what you expected or experienced in the past?
Well, of course, we gave you a deadline, and in some respects it was a bit fraught, but at the end of the day, the job was finished on time, on budget, and to our entire satisfaction. It was always, we always felt that the team was working with us and that we were actually moving forward to a satisfactory conclusion.
With that initial timeline, like, it was pretty tight, I felt, from our side of it, but like you yourself, how did you feel we managed the expectations of that timeline?
Oh, I think you met all our expectations. In fact, I would say that in some respects, you exceeded expectations. That's not to say that there weren't some issues along the way, but any issue that came up was dealt with quickly and efficiently and to our satisfaction.
All right. When you said there were some issues that came up, could you say maybe a couple of the challenges or issues that came up?
Well, the main issue was, in fact, one of the bathroom cabinets, which wasn't entirely as we expected. And I don't know whose fault it was, but that issue was resolved quickly, efficiently, and there was never a problem after that.
And then once we finished that, like, I love that aspect of thinking about resolving an issue, because that's where, businesses are able to shine. That's where real relationships are able to be built, is with issues. And we don't point fingers or anything, but we're there to come up with a reasonable conclusion and remaking a vanity. And it turned out, I think, at the end of the day, I was in the same place as you. I wasn't happy with the initial result as the business owner and seeing our guys accomplish it. It wasn't really a fault of our guys, but it was that let's fix this and make this what we envisioned originally.
Yeah. Well, I mean, from our point of view, we didn't look and say that isn't right. The first time we looked at it, you were there and said, this isn't right. And you wanted to put it right. And I said, well, maybe we could, there's a workaround, but I don't think that you want to do that. And in the end, we didn't want to do that. And in fact, the entire problem was resolved with a new cabinet. So
nice.
And at no additional expense to us. It was taken care of efficiently and effectively.
Thanks, Malcolm. Yeah. So what was your reaction when you saw the finished product of maybe the other bathrooms that didn't have that cabinet issue in it?
Oh, I think when we look at the bathrooms now, they're a pleasure to be in. They're smart, they're new, they're fresh looking, very attractive, and the tiling is extremely nice. Very nice.
Yeah. Our guys, like, we'll take a look at the tub later on, but there's the rounded cuts into that tub.
Yeah.
That I think you had mentioned. I had our plumber mention it. I myself realized it when I walked in. One of our guys, Tyler, that accomplished that, and those cuts around the curve was phenomenal. Like the precise look that it came out with and how close he was to matching the curve of it. Beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you look at any or either of the bathrooms, the tile work is really, really good. The way that the tiles are coming together in terms of the floor tiles and the wall tiles in the shower, the precision with which those tiles have been laid is extraordinarily good.
So would you say, like, with bathroom renovations and going through quite a few probably in the houses you've owned throughout your life, have you found that tile can make or break a good quality bathroom renovation?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if the tiling isn't laid properly, if it isn't aligned properly, it can make or break the bathroom. And certainly your guys have done an extraordinary job.
Thanks, Malcolm. Yeah. So what did you appreciate most about working with Nailed It then?
Oh, we really liked the team in the end. I mean, they were here for several months in total for 3 bathrooms, of which we sorted out wanting 1, but we gained confidence each time we spoke with you and the team. And then we went from 1 bathroom to 2 bathrooms to 3 bathrooms.
And 2 closets.
Absolutely. And of the team, they're great guys. I mean, there's Tyler, there's Alex, there's Richard. All of them work well together. They're efficient, they're friendly, they're cooperative. They clean up so well every day after they've been here. The projects like this are never easy to get through. But in this case, it's one of the most efficient remodelings that I've experienced.
Well, thanks, Malcolm. Would you ever recommend Nailed It to another friend of yours or anything like that in town?
Well, I'd have to think about that.
I sure hope so.
Not for very long. I would have no hesitation in recommending Nailed It and the team. We've been highly satisfied with everything that they've done and would be pleased to recommend them.
Just because of the quality of the work, or why?
I think it's the overall experience, the people, the workmanship, and the ability that they have to cooperate with the customer and to treat them with respect and dignity.
If you could sum up all of what we've talked about in one sentence, what would it be?
Oh, pretty difficult to put the experience into one sentence. But I think I would say that working with Nailed It has been a most pleasurable and exciting experience.
Sweet, thanks, Malcolm. Is there anything else that you'd like to share maybe about the experience and the remodel at all? You've said lots today, but anything else?
Well, I think if I look back overall, there's always trepidation when you're beginning a project like this. As I said earlier, we had some difficulty finding a contractor who would, first of all, look at what was a relatively small job. You came in, you talked to us, we liked what we saw, we liked what we heard, and I think as we got to know you better and we got to know the team better, our confidence in your abilities grew, and we were more than happy to keep adding to the project so that we ended up from 1 to 2 to 3 bathrooms. And it's, looking back, it's been a great experience.
Thanks. You gonna add more to the project?
Well, Joan isn't on camera right now, but she's probably pining because we don't have another bathroom for Nailed It to come and do.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much, Malcolm. Really appreciate you spending the time with us and chatting about it.
Hey, you're welcome.